Okay, let's unpack this. Today, we are conducting a deep dive into the strategic architecture that's required to really integrate artificial intelligence across the two most crucial areas of, I think, any modern business.
For sure. Customer experience, or CX,
Yeah.
and of course, customer relationship management, CRM.
Exactly. And the reason we're doing this is because it feels like a really foundational topic right now.
It is. The source material we're using for this, it's a comprehensive, really in-depth enterprise white paper. It gives us this fantastic structural guide, and we're trying to move beyond just, the conceptual chats about AI and get into the actual blueprints.
The blueprints, I like that. The specific architectural components, the governance models, the stuff you actually need for a true transformation.
Exactly.
Because that's the mission today, right?
Yeah.
We need to move past the generalized hype and truly understand the plumbing, the core data structures, and maybe most importantly, the tangible, quantifiable business outcomes you get when AI fundamentally transforms these customer-centric operations.
And it has to be fundamental, because the central realization from this source material is crystal clear. AI is not just a feature you bolt onto an existing system anymore. Not if you want to win.
It's not a plug-in.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
The core thesis here is that AI has become an architectural necessity. It's something that transforms customer interactions by analyzing truly massive, often unstructured data sets.
Right, the messy stuff. Emails, chat logs.
All of it. And it uses that to predict customer behavior with, honestly, startling precision, and then automates these hyper-personalized responses at scale.
And when a business builds that infrastructure effectively, the outcome is what?
It's twofold. The inevitable outcome is significantly enhanced loyalty and dramatically improved operational efficiency. And that's across every single customer-facing function.
So let's start there, the value proposition. If you're a business leader listening to this, what's the bottom line impact? Where does this huge architectural investment actually land?
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, the ultimate value is a fundamental shift in business philosophy. It's a huge change.
How so?
We're moving away from a traditional reactive business model, where you wait for a customer to complain or to place an order or to ask for help, to a model that proactively anticipates.
So it's not just responding faster, it's responding before the customer even knows they have a need.
That's it exactly.
Huh.
It actively exceeds customer expectations before they even fully recognize the need themselves. And that ability, that power to be anticipatory, that is the most valuable theme we're going to see here.
And the sources highlight, too, sort of overarching AI-driven benefits that seem to permeate every single division we're going to talk about today.
That's right. The two big pillars. First, there's operational efficiency.
Okay, the hard numbers.
This is the hard financial win, exactly. We're talking about streamlining critical, but let's be honest, often sluggish processes. Things like complex quoting, sophisticated order management, and even the resilience of supply chain fulfillment.
Things that can really grind a business to a halt.
For sure. And when AI handles the high volume, repetitive, but still decision-heavy work, it unlocks your human capital. Your big people are now free for much more strategic, value-generating tasks.
And the second benefit, which I think is really the heart of customer experience, is deep personalization. This feels like the holy grail of modern commerce.
It really is. This is all about using data-driven insights to make every single interaction, from a tiny website recommendation to a deep dive support chat tailored and genuinely relevant to that one individual customer.
That specific moment.
In that specific moment, that's the key. This highly detailed contextual insight is the engine that drives higher customer satisfaction. It reduces that emotional friction that leads to churn, and ultimately it builds long-term profitable customer loyalty. It's about using data to understand the emotional undercurrents and behavioral intent, not just, adding up transaction totals.
That sets the stage beautifully for our first major section. Let's look at the tangible business outcomes by division, because the source material makes it really clear that AI's impact is pervasive. It's not just in one corner of the business.
No, it delivers specific, measurable results across sales, service, commerce, and marketing.
So let's start where the journey often begins. Sales. How does AI rewrite the sales playbook?
I'd say AI's influence in sales is entirely focused on driving precision and strategy. It's a total transformation in how sales teams identify the right opportunities, how they approach potential deals, and how they manage the complexity that's just inherent in B2B or high-value B2C sales.
Okay, so let's get practical. How does AI refine that very basic process of finding and qualifying a customer? making sure sales reps aren't just, chasing dead ends.
It starts with an extremely detailed level of customer profiling and engagement. And I have to stress, this is so far beyond basic demographics.
We're not talking about age and location.
Not at all. AI scrutinizes extensive historical data. It combines observations of past purchasing behaviors, stated preferences across channels, social media engagement. Even the sentiment of past support interactions is pulled in. It's looking for the unique fingerprint of your most successful past customers.
And then it tries to spot that same fingerprint in new leads.
Precisely. And what do sales teams do with that optimized profile? They customize their approach immediately. This depth of profiling lets them bypass the generic scripts and adopt personalized, targeted interactions from the very first contact.
So they know not just who to talk to, but how to talk to them.
Exactly. The preferred communication channel, the right tone, the likely pain points, it's all there right from the start. And that rapidly cultivates stronger trust-based relationships.
That directly addresses the core question for any sales leader, which is, where should my team spend their limited time and energy?
And that's answered by the next step. Predictive analytics for lead prioritization. AI uses these sophisticated forecasting models that analyze intent signals.
What's an intent signal?
It's things like someone visiting your pricing page multiple times, downloading a specific white paper, or how they engage with a previous sales rep's email. The AI takes all of this and forecasts their buying behavior.
And then it scores them.
It assigns a dynamic score to every single lead based on their likelihood of converting in the next 30, 60, or 90 days. So the sales reps, they don't get a flat list anymore. They get a prioritized queue.
Which means they can concentrate their efforts strategically on the leads with the absolute highest conversion potential. It's data-driven decision-making, not just gut feeling.
Right. And the predictive aspect is so crucial for efficient resource allocation and for shortening that sales cycle. You're just not wasting cycles on leads that are probably going to fizzle out.
That immediately ties back to efficiency, which we said was a core benefit. What are some of the specific time-saving automations we're seeing in sales?
This is where it gets really powerful for the individual rep. AI enables the automation of routine tasks that currently swamp their day.
The admin work.
The heavy administrative burden, yes.
Yeah.
Updating the CRM after every single interaction, summarizing dense transcripts from previous customer meetings, preparing the initial drafts of follow-up emails, validating data fields.
That stuff takes hours.
It does. And when AI handles these high-volume, low-value tasks, the source material suggests sales reps can gain back up to 30% of their time.
30%.
And they can dedicate that time to high-value strategic work, actual relationship building, complex negotiation, solution design. This dramatically improves response times and the quality of lead nurturing overall.
The sources also mentioned something about precision in the financial aspects, specifically quoting and order management. That feels like a place where mistakes can be costly.
Hugely costly. This is a critical factor for maintaining customer trust, especially in complex B2B environments. Quoting and order management are areas where simple human error can introduce enormous financial risk or cause severe customer dissatisfaction.
So how does AI help?
AI-driven solutions enhance precision here by analyzing historical sales data alongside current market trends and complex, dynamic pricing models. This ensures competitive pricing is set accurately and consistently.
And it avoids errors in things like complex configurations or product bundling during the sales process.
Exactly. And that contributes directly to customer trust because you're delivering rapid, correct quotes that adhere to all the business rules. The speed and accuracy here are massive CX differentiators.
So it seems like AI doesn't just help the sales team sell better on their own, it makes the entire organization work together more smoothly.
That's a great point. It facilitates essential internal improvements through interconnected data flow. By integrating CRM systems across the entire enterprise, AI ensures there's this seamless data exchange between sales and other crucial departments like service, finance, or fulfillment.
So everyone is operating with a holistic, unified view of the customer.
Right. No more siloed information where sales promises a delivery schedule that fulfillment can't possibly meet. That internal alignment directly translates to a better, more trustworthy experience for the customer.
That's a perfect thematic transition. If sales is about finding the right customer and closing the deal efficiently, the next logical step is keeping them happy and supported. And here's where, for me, it gets really interesting. Moving to the service division, the shift here is dramatic. The sources say it's about moving from fixing problems to actively preventing them.
The transformation in the service division is truly revolutionary. I think it's because it scales human effort in a way we've never seen before.
Mhm.
AI transforms these core support processes, and it starts by just lightening the load on human agents by deflecting the routine traffic.
And that heavy lifting is done through AI-enhanced self-service.
Correct. By introducing sophisticated self-service capabilities, we're talking advanced chatbots, dynamic knowledge bases, and truly conversational AI, you can empower customers to resolve up to 80% of their routine queries independently.
80% is a huge number.
It is. And that dramatically reduces the volume of simple calls and emails, which significantly frees up the capacity of the human service team. The benefit is twofold. You get enhanced customer satisfaction from near-instant resolution,
And less stress on your agents.
less stress, and improved efficiency for human agents, allowing them to focus exclusively on the complex, high-touch, or sensitive retention issues that really require a human touch.
But if AI is handling all the routine stuff, what new skills or tools do we need to train human agents on? I mean, now they're only dealing with the hardest cases. How does AI make them more effective when they do have to step in?
That's a great question. And that's where AI transitions from self-service to agent enablement through what the paper calls proactive guidance.
Okay, what does that look like in practice?
When an agent takes over a complex ticket, the AI doesn't just show them the ticket history. It analyzes the problem description, it predicts optimal solutions based on similar past cases, it suggests relevant knowledge base articles, it even guides the agent through the resolution steps in real time.
Like a co-pilot.
It's exactly like a co-pilot. So for service managers, this means optimized workflows, efficient resource allocation, and a measurable improvement in overall service quality and consistency, because agents are no longer guessing or, hunting across 5 different documentation systems.
And what about that traditional pain point of routing? When you get bounced between departments, that used to be a major source of friction.
AI tackles that head-on. Efficient inquiry routing across channels ensures seamless transitions. The AI analyzes the nature of the inquiry and the customer's profile to predict the best agent or department for resolution.
So it maximizes agent utilization and minimizes that awful transfer time.
Right. And it guarantees smooth channel shifts, say, from a complicated chatbot exchange to a specialist human agent, while ensuring strategic alignment in service operations for better efficiency and just less customer frustration.
The optimization doesn't stop inside the call center, though. The white paper says it extends into physical operations for companies managing field assets.
That's right, field service optimization. For any organization dealing with physical equipment or complex installations, AI enables proactive scheduling and intelligent resource allocation for technicians.
How does that work?
AI algorithms dynamically incorporate all these variables: real-time traffic data, technician skill sets, required parts inventory, even geographical proximity, to build these perfectly optimized routes and schedules.
And that translates directly into cost savings.
Absolutely. You're reducing technician idle time and unnecessary travel. And for the customer, it means faster, more accurate response times. It's about streamlining operations and ensuring the right expert shows up with the right parts the first time.
And the final piece for service success is always the speed and consistency of information delivery.
For sure. Knowledge management systems powered by AI reduce resolution time significantly because they act as this living, learning repository of information.
So if an agent types a query,
The AI system performs a semantic search, not just a keyword search. It instantly provides the most pertinent, up-to-date, and accurate information, potentially from thousands of different documents. This ensures agents deliver consistent service quality, equipping them with reliable insights. And that's critical for lowering the mean time to resolution and improving the overall customer experience.
okay, now let's shift to the front end of the business, commerce and marketing. This is where AI excels at tailoring the entire customer journey. It's not just fixing problems, but designing delight from the get-go.
Exactly. AI's influence on omnichannel commerce and marketing introduces these strategic enhancements designed to drive conversion rates, elevate satisfaction, and optimize efficiency across all your digital and physical touchpoints.
Starting with commerce, how does AI make a digital store feel uniquely bespoke for every single visitor?
Through radical omnichannel commerce personalization, AI dynamically tailors the digital experience. It provides personalized recommendations, optimal real-time pricing, and relevant promotions. And it's not just tracking your purchase history.
It's more than people who bought this also bought.
Much more. It analyzes real-time behavior, including things like mouse movements, how long you spend on certain pages, even your geographical data. It's incredibly granular.
Give me an example of how that real-time nature changes something like pricing.
Okay, consider this scenario. A customer is frequently browsing a high-value item, but they've abandoned their cart multiple times.
We've all been there.
Right. The AI recognizes this pattern of high intent, but also price sensitivity. So based on the customer's loyalty tier, their location, and competitor pricing data that's being pulled in constantly, the AI might dynamically adjust a specific promotional offer.
So it might show a customized bundle or a small discount just for them in that moment.
In real time, exactly. To overcome that specific objection and drive the conversion, it ensures the online experience is both fresh and profitable.
And of course, commerce needs to be in absolute synchronization with the rest of the business, specifically the supply chain.
Yes, this is critical. AI introduces genuine supply chain resilience. Its predictive capabilities extend far beyond just initial demand forecasting. They integrate deeply into the fulfillment processes to predict bottlenecks or potential failures in logistics.
So it's not just guessing how much you'll sell, it's making sure you can actually deliver it.
Right. By forecasting potential delays or inventory shortages, AI allows the business to proactively reroute shipments or pre-order materials. This leads to cost reduction, heightened operational efficiency, and it's a massive CX win because customers get their products faster and more reliably.
Which means fewer "where's my order" calls to the service team later.
Exactly. It's all connected.
On the marketing side, the perpetual goal is always better targeting and higher ROI. How does AI move the needle there?
It provides the marketing precision and segmentation required to achieve that. AI algorithms can process these intricate, multi-dimensional data patterns, demographic, psychographic, and behavioral to pinpoint specific customer microsegments.
And we're not talking about broad categories like women aged 30-45.
No. We're talking about women aged 32-38 who browse during their commuting hours, who prioritize sustainability in their past purchases, and who have expressed interest in product X but haven't converted in the last 48 hours. It's that specific.
That level of detail must ensure the messaging is hyper-relevant.
Yes, the whole point. It allows campaign managers to deploy these highly targeted campaigns that resonate deeply with unique audience characteristics. It results in far more impactful strategies and just less wasted ad spend on irrelevant consumers.
And what about measuring success? That's always been tricky, knowing exactly which ad or channel truly led to the final sale, especially in a world of complex, multi-touch journeys.
AI solves this ambiguity with sophisticated campaign optimization and attribution. It facilitates real-time campaign optimization. For instance, if an email subject line is underperforming in the first hour of a send.
The AI can see that.
It can, and it can automatically pause the rest of the send and substitute a superior performing variant. And crucially, advanced attribution modeling can accurately credit conversions across these complex customer journeys, whether the final purchase came through search, social, or a direct link.
So it moves beyond that simplistic last-click attribution model.
It's far beyond. It models the influence of every single touchpoint, and that informs strategic budget allocation decisions for optimal return on investment. It tells you where your money is actually working.
That massive overview sets the stage perfectly for the next part of our discussion. The sources distilled this sheer range of AI applications into 5 clear architectural pillars where AI delivers measurable, consistent value.
Right. These are the 5 core themes of value realization: automation, recommendation, user experience, planning and forecasting, and insights and analytics.
And these themes provide the essential framework for understanding why AI has to be architected into the core of the business, not just sprinkled on top.
Exactly. They show where processes are fundamentally transformed, not just slightly improved by a new feature.
So let's start with a deeper look at automation. We've touched on this, but what processes are really ripe for true hands-off automation in the CX and CRM space?
Automation is, the foundation of efficiency. It's all about streamlining processes that are high volume and rule-based. Beyond the 247 conversational support bots, AI is key in proactively addressing at-risk customers to prevent churn.
Okay, so what would that look like?
For instance, the system might automatically detect a sudden drop in a customer's product usage, or maybe a cluster of negative support interactions. It sees the pattern.
And instead of just alerting a human,
it automatically drafts a personalized communication, routes it for human approval if needed, and triggers a retention offer-all without a human ever initiating the process. Furthermore, AI automates that continuous, tedious task of data capture and entry, summarizing meeting insights, updating complex relationship records, and just dramatically freeing up your strategic resources.
That move from reactive to proactive is the central difference. Okay, let's move to recommendation. We mentioned personalized products, but where does this pillar apply in, say, a sales or a service context?
Well, in a service context, recommendation is vital. If a customer calls about an issue with product X, the AI may proactively recommend an upgrade path or a preventative service package
Why would it do that?
because it's leveraging data that suggests customers with that specific problem often either churn or upgrade within the next 6 months. It's about turning a support call into a retention or growth opportunity.
And in B2B sales,
In a B2B sales context, recommendation algorithms leverage historical data to suggest optimal actions for the salesperson. It might recommend a specific next step in the sales process that historically led to the highest win rates for a similar customer profile. It's about customizing and personalizing every crucial interaction, both internal and external, based on this real-time data alignment.
now, let's zero in on the user experience UX pillar. The specific example given in the source material related to sales communication is fascinating. This is where generative AI becomes highly tangible.
It's a powerful illustration of generative AI's impact on human productivity and quality. Imagine the daily user experience of a sales professional. Instead of staring at a blank screen, trying to write the perfect email.
We've all been there.
Right. The generative AI engine analyzes extensive data sets, the customer's historical interactions, their stated preferences, and critically, the past efficacy of thousands of different sales communication strategies used across the entire firm.
So it's using this massive knowledge base to dynamically compose the content.
Exactly. The generative AI dynamically produces highly personalized email content. It's tailored not just to the prospect's industry, but to their individual communication style. This is miles beyond a simple template.
It's adapting the language, the tone, the actual persona of the email.
That's a great way to put it. It adapts based on the distinct communication style of the recipient. If the customer is known for preferring a formal, detail-oriented corporate tone, the AI ensures the email aligns. If they prefer a casual, rapid, bullet point startup approach, the language adapts seamlessly.
I see the immediate time-saving benefit, but how does the AI ensure the quality and success of those generated messages? It can't just be churning out text.
No, it's a continuous learning loop. By automating this intricate drafting process, the AI liberates salespeople to focus on strategic work. But more importantly, the AI is constantly A/B testing different email variations,
Different subject lines, different closing paragraphs.
different calls to action, you name it. It does this to identify the most effective elements, increasing the likelihood of positive responses over time and guaranteeing consistency with core brand messaging. It transforms sales communication by refining personalized interactions while boosting efficiency at scale.
Next up is planning and forecasting. This feels like it ties AI into high-level strategic business management.
And that integration is crucial for maintaining market competitiveness. As detailed in the source material, industries like manufacturing and retail see huge wins here. In manufacturing, it's about predicting inventory issues through AI-powered maintenance systems.
To avoid production delays.
Exactly. The AI forecasts when a piece of critical machinery is likely to fail. This means spare parts can be ordered and maintenance can be scheduled before any downtime occurs, ensuring the supply chain remains optimal and customer fulfillment isn't jeopardized.
And in the retail or commerce sector, how does it apply?
Retail uses AI for strategic planning by tracking campaign impact and attributing conversions with precision, which allows them to accurately predict future demand. An AI system analyzes not only past sales, but also external factors.
Like what?
Weather forecasts, social media trends, economic indicators. It uses all of this to anticipate shifts in demand. This allows retailers to fine-tune promotional strategies and ensure their product assortments and stocking levels are perfectly aligned with anticipated market needs.
So it prevents both costly overstocking and frustrating stockouts for customers.
It's about finding that perfect balance.
The final pillar is insights and analytics. We've already established that AI takes this far beyond just making better charts. What are the deeper and non-obvious insights that AI is capable of finding?
It moves so far beyond simple numerical data. At its core, AI harnesses these massive amounts of data to uncover valuable, actionable, and often hidden information. I mean, while understanding your general brand perception on social media has some value, AI's scope extends to truly deep analysis of unstructured data.
And what kind of unstructured data are we talking about here?
AI can scrutinize textual data from millions of customer reviews, transcripts of support calls, industry news articles, and online forums. It can reveal hidden trends and emerging competitor issues that no human team could ever manually aggregate.
So it gives you a real-time, comprehensive understanding of brand sentiment.
It does. And furthermore, the analysis of sales dialogues moves beyond just reporting win rates. AI can listen to or read conversation transcripts and identify specific coaching opportunities.
How so?
For example, it might spot when an individual sales rep repeatedly uses language that correlates with lower conversion rates. This enables personalized coaching and targeted skill development. It turns your data into direct performance improvement.
That is a massive differentiator.
It is. And it also allows for remarkable predictive precision. AI utilizes all this historical and real-time contextual data to predict future events with accuracy, not just customer churn, but also demand shifts, inventory needs, or equipment failure. Proactively addressing these potential issues before they arise minimizes disruptions and maximizes operational efficiency.
And the source also emphasizes that these AI models don't stagnate.
No, they consistently learn and evolve based on new data and feedback, ensuring continuous relevance, which is an advantage traditional business intelligence reports just don't possess.
This all sounds wonderful, but it hinges on one massive, non-negotiable architectural requirement: a perfect data foundation. We've established that AI works best when the entire organization is connected. And that brings us to the architectural core, the Customer Intelligence and Data Platform, or CIDP.
The CIDP is the foundational requirement for sophisticated, cross-functional AI integration. It is the master data hub. You can think of it as the nervous system of the customer-centric enterprise. It integrates all the data from various source systems seamlessly into one unified, clean, accessible location.
And this is the engine that creates what the source calls the dynamic omni-channel progressive profile.
Correct. While we often use the term Customer 360 view, the CIDP provides the technology that makes that view dynamic and progressive. It's not a snapshot. It ensures a holistic understanding of customers across every single touchpoint: online, in-store, service, sales, billing. And that's the only way AI can deliver genuinely tailored experiences and generate deep cross-functional insights.
It merges the structured data, like transactions, with the unstructured data, like chat logs and emails.
Exactly.
So what are the concrete architectural benefits of having this centralized CIDP for AI projects? Why is this platform better than just having, a collection of different data lakes?
There are 4 key advantages that are absolutely essential for MLOps success. First, it eliminates data silos. It provides that unified, comprehensive, and consolidated view of the customer data, which prevents conflicting insights from different parts of the business.
Okay, that's number one.
Second, it ensures improved data quality and governance. The CIDP enforces robust data cleansing, validation, and security protocols. This is critical because, as they say, garbage in, garbage out. If the training data is dirty, the AI's prediction will be unreliable.
And the third and fourth points, they relate to the operationalization of the AI models themselves.
Exactly. Third, the CIDP centralizes the complex process of feature extraction. Features are those specific, relevant customer data points like average time to conversion or sentiment score of the last 5 interactions that various AI models need for training. Centralizing this just streamlines the development process across all your cross-system workflows.
And number four?
And fourth, the CIDP, which often resides in a scalable cloud environment, provides the necessary scalability and performance to handle the massive volumes of customer data ingestion and the low-latency query demands required by real-time predictive models.
Let's look at 2 illustrative use cases of CIDP-centric AI projects to really solidify this concept. Let's start with proactive support.
In this scenario, the CIDP acts as the continuous ingestion point. It collects customer interactions, product telemetry data, and sentiment scores in real time from every single channel. This constant stream of comprehensive, clean data is then used to continuously train predictive algorithms within the platform itself.
And these algorithms are identifying potential customer issues and predicting churn risk.
Often days or even weeks before a customer actively complains.
So once that risk is flagged, what happens next?
Once a risk threshold is breached, let's say a customer's product usage drops by 50% and their sentiment score has been negative for 3 consecutive support interactions. The CIDP triggers a proactive support outreach.
And it knows the best way to intervene.
Yes. The system uses that comprehensive profile to determine the best form of intervention. Is it an email, a call, a personalized offer? It even provides the script of the content, ensuring the solution is highly tailored and timely. The CIDP isn't just a warehouse. It's an active training ground, a feature store, and a trigger mechanism all in one.
That makes perfect sense. Our second example is dynamic pricing optimization, which we briefly touched on earlier. How does the CIDP make this computationally complex task feasible in real time?
Dynamic pricing requires instantaneous access to dozens of data points that are constantly changing. Here, the CIDP gathers crucial customer data on price sensitivity, from past bidding behavior, maybe competitor pricing from external feeds, current inventory levels, and even time of day variables.
So it's this massive, clean, aligned data set that trains the AI model.
Right. A model within the CIDP is trained to predict the optimal pricing strategy for specific customer segments and market conditions to maximize profit without jeopardizing conversion.
And then that model integrates directly with the pricing engine of the commerce platform.
For dynamic, real-time adjustments that take place in milliseconds. The CIDP is what makes this complex real-time decision-making possible. Without it, you just can't do it.
To truly understand how all these architectural components connect and generate value, we need to dive into some detailed cross-functional case studies.
Yes, let's start with the complex B2BO quote to contract transformation. This demonstrates an end-to-end process where AI touches every stage of the traditionally sluggish B2B sales lifecycle.
And that process is historically plagued by manual configuration errors, slow contract generation, and these lengthy negotiation cycles. How does AI revolutionize that initial proposal stage?
It starts with highly sophisticated proposal personalization. AI delves far beyond just basic past purchases or demographic data. It examines historical deal data, sentiment analysis from previous customer interactions, real-time signals of purchase intent, and competitor comparisons.
So using all of that, it crafts these highly customized quotes.
Right. Quotes that feature the most relevant product bundles, configurations, and pricing tiers. It's often anticipating the customer's needs before they even explicitly list them in a request for proposal.
And the pricing itself becomes smarter too. It's not just reactive to the market, but it's sensitive to the specific relationship with that customer.
That's dynamic pricing tailored for B2B. AI ensures the suggested pricing is always competitive by reacting instantly to market fluctuations. But it also ensures fairness and long-term profitability by explicitly factoring in the customer segmentation, their history of loyalty, and their projected lifetime value, or LTV.
So a long-term, high-value customer might automatically get a better price.
They might automatically receive a preferential pricing tier on a substantial order without requiring a sales manager to manually approve a special discount. That accelerates the entire process while still maintaining margins.
What about the human element in negotiations, which so often bogs down the mid-cycle of a sales process?
This is where the learning negotiation bots step in, managed via a sophisticated conversational AI engine. These tools can handle the initial, routine negotiations, especially around standard terms, delivery windows, or minor feature adjustments.
And they learn from every interaction they manage.
Exactly. Over time, they become adept at handling increasingly intricate negotiation paths, discerning customer sentiment, and proposing suitable concessions within pre-approved parameters. This allows your human sales reps to conserve their time and focus exclusively on strategic negotiations and high-value clientele, rather than wasting hours on minor back-and-forth communication.
And once the deal is nearing completion, the legal and compliance risk emerges. Contracts can take days or weeks to finalize.
AI dramatically accelerates and de-risks this stage through AI-powered risk assessment. The AI meticulously scans proposed contracts, even ones generated outside your core system, for potential legal, compliance, or financial risks.
So it's flagging complex language or non-standard payment terms.
Anything that deviates from standard operating procedure, it flags for immediate human review. Furthermore, the contract drafting process itself is accelerated because the AI can automatically extract pertinent information from the sales quote and rapidly compile an accurate, compliant contract in seconds, minimizing errors.
So the major takeaway from this B2B example is not just speed, but a higher quality, less risky, and more professional interaction from start to finish.
Precisely. The benefits are clear. Reduce human error, bolstered accuracy in quoting, and massive efficiency gains that enhance customer trust. AI furnishes these invaluable insights into customer behavior and pricing trends, empowering sales reps to make informed, data-driven decisions that lead to an elevated, seamless, and trustworthy customer experience.
That leads us perfectly into our first detailed architectural case study. AI-powered churn prediction with generative integration. This is where we really see the blending of those traditional predictive models with the power of modern generative AI.
This is a complex but incredibly powerful use case. It's aimed at accurately forecasting customer churn and then customizing the proactive interventions you need to retain them. And it all begins with achieving robust data enrichment. You have to move far past basic transactional data points in the CRM.
What specific detailed data is ingested to make this prediction robust?
The predictive model is strengthened by analyzing a massive variety of inputs. This includes the frequency and depth of customer interactions across all channels. Crucially, it uses sentiment analysis of customer feedback, support interactions, and social media mentions to understand the qualitative emotional undercurrents of dissatisfaction.
And it also tracks product adoption.
And detailed feature usage patterns, yes. It's looking for those behavioral indicators, like a certain drop in logins or non-use of key features.
Okay, now let's talk about the combined AI approach. We have the traditional narrow AI doing the quantitative risk analysis, and then the generative AI providing the qualitative context.
Exactly. The traditional narrow AI scrutinizes the structured internal CRM data for quantitative churn patterns and risk factors. It often utilizes powerful machine learning techniques like survival analysis to model the time until churn.
So that quantitative model gives us the what and the when, the likelihood score.
Yes, and the generative AI provides the why and the how to talk to them.
How does it get the why?
A centralized generative AI integration platform, or GAP, connects securely to large language models, LLMs. This GIP is essential for analyzing massive volumes of unstructured text, data-dense chat transcripts, long emails, detailed call notes, to grasp the qualitative customer sentiments and motivations that traditional quantitative models often miss.
So it might determine that the underlying motivation for churn risk is not price, but frustration with a specific feature's UI.
For example, yes.
Wait a second. If this GIP is connecting sensitive customer text data to an external LLM, what is the architectural requirement for handling that information securely? That sounds risky.
It's a critical point, and the architecture absolutely mandates it. The GAP must first cleanse, anonymize, and encrypt sensitive customer text data. It removes all personally identifiable information and account specifics before transmission to external LLMs.
So it's a strict security protocol.
It has to be, to ensure adherence to global data privacy regulations. This platform also manages the specific prompt engineering needed to guide the LLM to accurately interpret sentiment and synthesize the customer's perspective related to potential churn.
And once we merge that quantitative risk score from the narrow AI with the qualitative motivation from the generative AI.
These merged insights deepen the understanding of individual churn risk, and that allows for hyper-tailored, precise interventions. Instead of a generic, "we miss you" email, the system proposes a specific solution. It might be a personalized feature tutorial, a targeted communication from a relationship manager acknowledging their specific frustration, or a retention offer focused exactly on the identified pain point.
It's a powerful combination.
A powerful combination of quantitative risk prediction and qualitative motivation analysis, which leads to much higher retention rates.
The source also stresses the need for ethical constraints, particularly related to the prediction and intervention strategies that this merged system generates.
And that's non-negotiable for architectural integrity and trust. The system design demands the implementation of robust security, data privacy measures, and crucially bias mitigation techniques in the model training.
To ensure fairness.
To ensure fairness in prediction and intervention, preventing models from discriminating against specific customer segments, and ensuring that any outreach is based on legitimate risk factors, not skewed data patterns. Furthermore, the architecture has to prioritize explainability so managers can actually understand how the models arrive at their specific predictions. Our second cross-functional case study, Predictive Maintenance for Inventory Optimization, is a great one because it illustrates how AI in a traditionally back-office area maintenance can have a profound and direct positive impact on customer experience.
Right, specifically by avoiding stockouts and delivery delays in the supply chain. This connects the physical world of equipment sensors with the digital world of inventory. So how does the AI model get enriched for maintenance purposes? It must go far beyond just basic machine sensor readings.
Oh, it absolutely must. To create the holistic view you need for accurate forecasting, the model integrates a diverse and intricate data set. Beyond basic sensor data like temperature and pressure, it includes detailed historical repair data to identify which specific equipment components are prone to failure.
It also incorporates the operating context.
Yes, things like vibration analysis, duty cycles, and environmental factors like humidity, all to understand usage patterns and strain. And critically, it integrates external factors like weather forecasts, power grid fluctuations, or even quality data on the raw materials the machine is processing. All of that can influence equipment performance and degradation.
So the insight generated has to be actionable and automated, not just an alert that requires a human to interpret it.
That's the key transformation. The system uses sophisticated AI techniques like anomaly detection to spot deviations from normal operating patterns and time series forecasting to predict future equipment degradation, down to the specific part that will fail and roughly when.
And when that degradation is predicted, the system doesn't just send an alert to a technician.
No. It automatically calculates the lead time for the necessary spare part and prioritizes that part in the spare parts inventory based on the predicted need.
And this feeds directly into the procurement process, ensuring the customer doesn't suffer a stockout because of a broken machine.
Exactly. This system is architected to automatically trigger procurement of necessary parts by integrating with the ERP or inventory management system. This avoids critical failures and maintains an optimal supply chain. For maintenance teams, this means proactive, scheduled resource allocation. For the business and the customer, it means reduced downtime, optimized inventory, cost savings, and a fundamentally enhanced customer service.
Because supply chain disruptions caused by unforeseen equipment failures are basically eliminated.
Right. The AI connects the physical condition of a piece of equipment to the future stock levels of the product it produces, ensuring delivery promises are met.
This comprehensive look at the cross-functional case studies leads us to the final critical segment, the underlying plumbing, the enterprise architecture, and the AI tech stack. Everything we've discussed, sales precision, proactive service, generative emails, it all depends on a strong, scalable foundation that can manage these models reliably.
You can think of MLOps, or machine learning operations, as the factory floor for all your AI models. A robust MLOps foundation is absolutely critical for managing all these disparate models, both the narrow predictive ones and the generative ones, across their entire lifecycle. The architecture needs shared, standardized components that ensure data integrity and consistency for all models, regardless of their function.
So let's review the foundational shared components required for both narrow AI and generative AI, starting at the beginning with data management.
Data management is where architectural integrity begins. You need scalable solutions to efficiently gather, clean, and pre-process massive amounts of structured and unstructured data from that CIDP we talked about. This component is responsible for securely storing that data, ensuring easy and authorized access, and defining policies for data access and usage to guarantee integrity, security, and compliance.
And crucially, it also manages version control for the data itself.
Yes. If you retrain a model, you absolutely must know exactly which version of the dataset was used. That's for reproducibility and for auditing.
Once the data is managed, we move to model training and experimentation.
And this demands a dedicated, controlled environment. You have to use specific tools to track and manage your model code and your model versions meticulously. This is for reproducibility and for easier debugging when performance issues inevitably arise.
And the architecture also automates hyperparameter optimization.
Right, which is essentially the highly technical tuning of the internal dials of a machine learning model to find the best configuration. It automates that process to efficiently find the most accurate model settings, all within a flexible platform that allows controlled experiments and clear comparative performance measurement.
And finally, deployment, getting the model out of the lab and into the business, and then keeping it running reliably.
That's deployment and monitoring, and this is where reliability matters most. Systems must containerize and package models for efficient, repeatable deployment across the enterprise. You have to set up infrastructure for serving predictions at scale with low latency and high availability.
Meaning the model can make a decision in milliseconds when a customer clicks a button on your website.
Exactly. And crucially, the system has to proactively monitor model performance in real time. It needs to identify and alert operators to issues like data drift, which is where the real-world incoming data changes over time, causing the model's accuracy to degrade. You need automated pipelines to handle training, testing, and deployment for continuous, faster iteration.
The sources also outline specific architectural considerations for generative AI, largely because it often relies on these external, massive models that are hosted by third parties.
Yes, the primary need here is a dedicated integration layer, which the sources call the Generative AI Integration Platform, or GAIP. This layer is a centralized platform designed to manage and utilize various external large language models via secure, managed APIs. It acts as a single, controlled entry and exit point for all your generative processes across sales, service, and marketing.
And we previously highlighted its role in managing security and privacy when dealing with sensitive customer data.
Absolutely. The GIP ensures that sensitive text data like chat transcripts or customer feedback is cleaned, anonymized, and encrypted before being sent off for analysis to those external models. It ensures total compliance with privacy mandates. It's the necessary security buffer.
We also need architectural ways to control what the LLMs actually output, given their tendency to sometimes generate inaccurate information or hallucinate.
That's where robust generative safeguards come in. This involves implementing highly disciplined prompt engineering to meticulously guide the LLM outputs, ensuring they are always aligned with desired business results and ethical guidelines.
And the most stable architecture employs something called retrieval augmented generation, or RA.
Yes, RA is a powerful technique that minimizes content inaccuracies or hallucinations by anchoring the LLM's responses to your own internal verified knowledge bases and data sources stored within the CIDP. This makes the outputs demonstrably trustworthy for critical CX applications.
But despite all this sophisticated automation and intelligence, the source material maintains that the architecture still demands human oversight.
That is the ultimate non-negotiable requirement. The human-in-the-loop approach is vital. Even with powerful automation, human expertise and judgment are essential to personalize final interventions, to refine negotiation strategies, and to ensure the entire implementation remains ethical and compliant over time. This continuous involvement provides the final layer of personalization, quality control, and strategic judgment that AI cannot yet fully replicate. The architecture must enable, not replace, human capacity.
This has been a massive, detailed tour of the modern AI enterprise architecture needed for CX and CRM. To recap our central finding, AI transforms the entire customer relationship by first building a unified, comprehensive customer profile via the Customer Intelligence and Data Platform, CIDP.
That central scalable data hub is non-negotiable. It feeds clean, governed data into a flexible AI architecture that leverages both traditional predictive models, which are excellent for quantitative risk assessment like churn prediction and failure forecasting.
And the newer generative models.
Right, which provide the qualitative context and enable deeply personalized communication, like drafting tailored sales emails and customer responses.
So the result is not just a marginal increase in sales or minor efficiency gains, which is often the limit of simple system upgrades.
Correct. The transformation yields systemic, enterprise-wide benefits, a massive increase in customer lifetime value, significant operational efficiency across every touchpoint from service to supply chain, and crucially, enhanced customer trust driven by personalized, proactive interactions. AI moves businesses from being simply data-aware to being truly data-driven, anticipatory, and fundamentally more competitive.
And the source materials really stress that because this architecture relies on models that continuously learn and evolve based on new data and feedback, the process demands constant refinement, robust MLOps practices, and rigorous ethical oversight to ensure long-term success.
This raises an important question for you, the listener. We've covered the architectural necessity of the CIDP to ingest everything. Repair records, social sentiment, contract clauses, negotiation transcripts, demographic data, product usage, just a ton of stuff. So considering the vast range of data AI can ingest and integrate across your entire organization, what single currently siloed data source in your business, if you integrate it into a central platform and analyze it with AI today, would unlock the most surprising or valuable insight about your customers that you currently miss.
That's a great challenge to end on. If you're currently only analyzing transactional data, think about the wealth of qualitative, unstructured data, the voice of your customer in transcripts and emails, that AI is now architecturally capable of translating into strategic, profitable action. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive.
Until next time.